Postman, city, hood, click. Let's go.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a bill.
The door, the game is going to send you a bill. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hits, you feel like the first of 15. Welcome to the Mailroom. You come in, take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. School is in session. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Appreciate you, Dominique, Joe Farrell, RDL. Appreciate you, everybody, man. We got two special guests in the house today. Two original Playboy gangsters, man, out that gangster car, man, that gangster car. I don't want to put it in a category because here, last time I did that, man told me he wasn't part of the movement part. I said, okay, man. He said that's the young generation. So I said, okay, cool. I'll keep it the way y'all keep it. Keep it gangster. So what's going on with you, Jesse James?
All right, man. I feel good. I got both of y'all on here.
Man, what's going on with you, Fat Rat? Fat Rat, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Go out and come back in. Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficulty. Yeah,
we dealing with AI, man. You know, that's how it goes.
That's how it go. How your day going, Jesse?
Yeah, it's going pretty good, man. Just, enjoying me and my wife, I enjoy her conversation,
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Great. Good to be sharing time and space with both of you gentlemen, man. I don't know if you heard my little monologue as we came in, but I opened up the door, you know what I mean? Man, let me get this question out the way, man. How you get the name Fat Rat, first and foremost?
This gonna mess you all the way up, man.
Okay, listen, I'm here for it.
This gonna mess you up, man. Hey, listen, because it's Tanner. Hey, this is Tanner related.
Really?
This is Tanner related. Listen, so I was originally Loco AJ, right? I just put the Loco on my name. I'm AJ, but I'm Loco, right? So I go to Juvenile Hall and I meet your little homeboy, light-skinned Fat Rat. Your homeboy Fat Rat. You remember him, the little light-skinned one?
Okay.
I met him in Sylmar Juvenile Hall. We got real close, right? When I said I like that name, man. And we was clowning about it. And then when I left and I came home, I just took the name Fat Rat because I was a little chubby, right? Then I learned that Fat Rat meant getting over like a fat rat in the cheese factory. But I got that name from your little homie Fat Rat back in 1980.
That is it, man. So man, today we gonna talk about
Yeah.
Jesse, Fat Rat. Today we gonna talk about the pawns, the riders, the snipers, and the hand guys because I think everybody played a part, but everybody couldn't play the part. Understand? So, other words, we know there's individuals within all our circles and all our tribes and all our hoods, right? Everybody had a position to play, and sometimes people played out of position. So, and I'm looking at it in terms of today's because my title is yesterday's game ain't today's internet game. That's basically what I'm trying to convey to everybody because what we're seeing today is it don't even hold a candle to what was before. And maybe both of you guys, would you like to elaborate on that part?
Yeah, both of us would.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Everybody didn't play a part. That's what you call a hater. Me and Fat Rat was putting in work all the time, but everybody wasn't. So and I'm not proud of that. I'm just saying, but that was just our position. You feel me? If you're gonna be a part of this, be involved with this. Literally, my life was in his hands, and his life was in my hands at times. Everybody can't say that, bro. Everybody wasn't involved. That's why they hating now. Some of them hating now.
What was that communication like between you and Fat Rat to where he knew that and you knew that? What was that communication?
All he had to say is, "Big homie, we need to go over here and do something." That's all it was. It wasn't a long conversation.
No, it's never a long conversation because, and that's the difference. On our time, and Jesse and Fat Rat, I'm a little older than you guys, but during my time, we did not discuss that. And we did not leave our homies in the way. In other words, if I went on a field trip, I came back, hey homies, it ain't cool. Get off the streets.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
have to explain
me
that.
and Rat.
I didn't have to, we just didn't have to explain that. They knew exactly what that meant. You understand?
Yeah, yeah, me and Pharaoh were just talking about the other day. We didn't talk about no unsolved mysteries or no crime. Man, we just said, man, it ain't cool for y'all to be hanging out.
But seem like these things have changed now because now we got to be safe, be smart, and we got to give ourselves a chance and don't be on our own way. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people we see out there that are doing exactly the opposite. They're in their own way, and I'm not gonna get into the politics of it because there's enough of that on the internet already in regards to what everybody already been seeing, witnessing, and all that. But today we're here to talk about the Playboy gangsters, and we're going to talk about your history and in the terms of how you saw it, Fat Rat, and in terms of how you saw it, Jesse, because you guys found each other, right? And you guys
Yeah,
created that life in a particular way. I
yeah, it
think
was way
whatever,
before
whatever that
Playboy Gangster,
was,
though.
whatever that was,
Hmm.
Fat Rat, today that's lost because now you got the cyberspace gangsters. Then you got the keyboard gangsters, the KBGs, I like to call them. They don't go
Uh,
out and play. They stay on the internet and play. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to see somebody build a reputation from that. But this is what I do know. You can't tear down a real dude's reputation from the streets. You got to do it in the penitentiary, the streets, the parks, the alleys, and the blocks that where it was built at, not on the internet, bro. That's just me. But I'm
yeah,
quit talking. I'm gonna let
yeah. I want Fat Rat to answer that. I want Fat Rat to comment on that. Cause the brother is short.
So
So
can y'all hear me?
yes,
yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
yes.
yeah,
I want to say this before I get started. I was listening to you the other day, going down through there about that Latin, man, and I was like, I don't know if everybody's catching what he's saying, man. That the language of law and things of that nature. And right now you're dealing with the Sanctum Sanctorum of the PBGs, man. This is the Holy of Holies, man, for what with the activity level. And there's a certain thing that happens that triggers you to become a real mover and shaker. Something has to happen. There's an incident. There's, certain stimuli that's involved with making you become this person. And for me, it was when I first got to the West Side from Watts, because I tell a history where I grew up in Grape under Philip Day, man, and he wouldn't let me off the porch.
Under Philip Day.
But when I got to the West Side and he wouldn't let me off the porch. He was my sister's, he was my, Lil Honcho, it was my sister's boyfriend. I couldn't get off the porch, man, real talk, right? So, but when I got to the West Side and I got into elementary school, my first best friend was a brother by the name of Rodney Poindexter.
How right? Yeah, from Marvin.
Yeah, man, right. Yeah. He was my friend, right?
Yeah, from
so
Marvin.
Talking about fourth grade, fifth grade, and beyond, right? So as we evolved into a gang, and he became a Marvin gangster, right? And I became a Playboy gangster when the Playboy gangster started. So when the killing started, and I don't want to go into the mud, but I'm saying when the killing started, Mad Rod was our first casualty.
Yes, sir.
He was the one who was stabbed 37 times behind LA High School. Mm-hmm. This is my childhood friend that this happened to. So the texture of my response to that, right, kind of like what turned me up. I was already active and involved, but what turned me up was that incident, right?
Yeah,
that kind of let me know we somewhere else doing something else at this point.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It was that for me. But in relation, like if I'm going to, I can't correlate. Like I can't see the connection between what's going on right now today and what we were doing. I don't see the connection. It's totally different, right? And just for the political landscape, I just want to say, man, when we start talking about keyboard gangsters and all that, man, get a hooster some of that, man. It's some keyboard hoosters too. You know what I'm saying? But I just see there's no way of escaping that it's almost like what Bob Marley referred to as a generation gap, a point at which the former didn't communicate properly with the future. That's how I see it. I can't line that up. I can't say these things actually correlate. I think there's a disconnect between what we was doing and what's happening right now.
So I don't know who initiated all that stuff. I think that was like a bad choice to go down. It's like a rabbit hole, you know what I mean? Where you see these guys. Because I remember these dudes talk about Old Hood, on Crip Street, on Dead Homies. You know, we didn't talk like that. You know what I mean? That was
right.
That was taboo to say on the Dead Homies. You would, you stood possible discipline for that, you know.
Yeah.
And Sean,
or even they say on God and all that. Man, you get
right.
Stop it.
What's some experiences, Jesse? Give us an experience that you can share with us. That's something that you can share with us. Not nothing that's going to be problematic, but something you can share. Because here's the thing: we all had, like again, I'm gonna say we all had pawns, riders, snipers, and handguards in our neighborhood, and that everybody couldn't play the same position.
No, everybody couldn't.
And I'm trying to come, and I'm swinging around the Big Loc, Big Insane, because I heard somebody say something. There was people that loved y'all because of him, and there was people that hated y'all because of him. And if you guys can give a little background to that, feed into that, to why that was like that.
Let me explain something. If your enemy don't know who you are, then you ain't doing nothing. They knew who I was. They knew who Fat Rat was. They knew who Insane was. If your enemy don't know you, then you're not doing nothing. if you're a Christian or if you're a Muslim or
On the
whatever,
insane though, right?
if the devil don't know you, then you ain't doing nothing. It's
On
just
the
that
insane though,
simple.
let me offer something, man, because I hear a lot of people talk about insane, man. I was with insane for about 7 hours the night before the incident that took his life. And
Yes,
Jesse
sir.
actually called in. This is some irony, right? Jesse actually called in on on a phone call, and Insane had Jesse on like a speaker, and we was all talking, right? At this time, Insane had already planned to make a move, but he wouldn't tell me. Like, he wouldn't say that to me because I would have given him some real opposition to that. I would have given him some kickback, homie. Nah, man, because you just came home doing what you did, and then we got you set up to where you can survive, man. You okay, right? You can eat right now, but you know, he put himself on an accelerated course. We were actually forming a security company the day before he succumbed to his injuries, man. We was doing some powerful things to try to get set up to run a security company in the music industry. We was actually working on that. But let me say this, man, Big Insane didn't pop up out of a vacuum and be the hitter that he was. We got to give credit where credit is really due, man. Big Insane came from up underneath the tutelage of No Brain. So when you look at Insane and what he was doing and where he was at with his cripping, he didn't come out of a vacuum like that. He was under the tutelage of No Brain. That's who gave
Brian from
us
where?
That's Kevin Garth. You talking about Kevin Garth? Yeah.
Where was he from?
West
original
Side
West Side
Crips.
Crips, baby
Okay.
Crips. He started a gang in the Pico area of our turf called the Stanley Boys. He's the G homie. He's the originator of putting Crip in our area. He
So
gave us
he's around there with
Crips.
Chalk and Spit now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, he knew Tookie all I mean, he's a famous West Side Crip. Yeah.
Yeah, but Insane was just he was like a world class athlete, right?
Yeah.
He was really
Football
that
player.
athletic, right?
Football player,
He
yeah.
touched that
Yep.
iron. He could bench press 450 pounds, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he knew how to fight. It was just real simple. So he had
He
the
knew how to
energy.
do that.
Man, it was energy with him, mommy. It was straight up. You dealing with energy coupled with skill and a physical prowess, man. He just was that dude. He was dominant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was him. That was him.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the LAPD has something to do with him losing his life, right?
No, it was what was that town? It's a little
They was out of West Coast, near West
yeah, I
Covina,
mean, yeah, a Mexican town. I forgot the name of it,
La
but it was
Puente or
like
something.
yeah, it was in LA County, but it wasn't LA though. Yeah, yeah.
I heard them West Covina cops used to be dirty too.
Yeah.
All LA cops was dirty. Man, dude, I
Somebody,
could tell you so many stories about them. I remember when me and Farrah got arrested. Not the time for for the shooting, but I think before that, and they were talking shit to me. I said, "Man, take these cuffs off. I bet you I'll beat your ass." Yeah.
Hey, man.
We wasn't scared of the police, man. We wasn't.
Hey, man. Like,
uh,
I'm gonna say this too, man. Jesse James was my big homie before PBG ever existed.
Before.
Like maybe 3 years before PBG got started. That's the dude who remember the era where everybody was establishing themselves as a household name. So if you could fight, you had a name for fighting. If you could dress good, you had a name for getting sharp. If you could dance and you had a name for dancing, right? If you could holler at all the girls, you had, oh, that's Suave, he Casanova, right? Jesse James at that time was all of those things wrapped into one, right? And I was clumsy. Like I was a young clumsy dude. Like I was with the full, activities with being a hustler and stealing and grinding, and we on the west side, so you know, we down the street from Beverly Hills. I'm gonna have some money, right? And it wasn't no crack packs and pistols at the time, so you had to plan and execute at that time to go get some money, right? And that's where I was at. But when he was my brother's friend, right? And because he was my brother's friend, my brother was 4 years older than me, and they ran. So I would be able to get into parties that Jesse would throw and stuff like that, and be the little dude in the party, right? I'm trying to hang out with the older homies, right? And that's how it came. Jesse took me under his wing and was like, man, you got to dress like this. When you're talking to women, you got to talk like this. Don't never let nobody say this or do this. And when you react this. It was really that he took the time with me to help me mature into my own personal like development, right? So the big part of the homie thing comes from that kind of nurturing, you know, taking the time with me. That's where he gets, when I always say my big homie, it ain't just because he was original founder of the hood and all of that. We all, you know, it wasn't just that. It was bigger than that.
When I was speaking to Ben Blows, he mentioned the Booger Wolf Mansion. And he said, all y'all he said, all y'all had one, man. So Fat Rat,
I wasn't out. Well, I got out later, but I found out it was a whole bunch of hood rats living in there. I heard baby nose talking.
sound like y'all had a lot of fun over there more than anything.
You know, I had to go to hood rat rehab. I was addicted to hood rats.
But they need love too, Jesse. So, Barry, what schools did you go? What schools did you attend?
I almost went to Willowbrook one time, but I went to 102nd Street. I went to Gompers. I went to Markham. I went to Pasture. I went to Shenandoah. And you got to understand there's a dynamic at work here because Mom's is in one place and Pops is in Watts. And Mom's got 8 other children and Pops is trying to pull me to him. I'm an only child in between my mother and father. So he's always trying to pull me and keep me in Watts with him, right? So I had that going on. But then I'm always trying to get near Mom so I can get from up under that controlling hand of a father. You know, you want to get out there and, you know, tap the world and see what you can do, right? And I was trying to do that, and I could only find my way to do that with Mom. So I was always pushing to try to be with Mom. So let me get over there. Mom's on the west side. When she came to the west side in 74, by 75, my little game plan actually worked, right? 74, actually, my game plan worked the end of 74 when I got to Shenandoah. So then I went to Shenandoah Elementary. Yeah. Then I went to Pasture, but then they started a busing program where some of the homies went to Portola with Janet Jackson.
Portola, yeah, that's when Janet Jackson used to come to the hood.
Homies got to go to school with Janet Jackson, but I didn't go to Portola. I went to Hale out in the valley, Woodland, I think Woodland Hills. But then I got kicked out of all of that, man. So I ended up having to come back, and it gets murky for me where I actually was at. Actually, in the 7th grade, I went to so many different schools in the 7th grade. But then I ended up graduating from Markham, and that's when I was finally all the way on the west side.
Got it. Being that you guys were adjacent to Beverly Hills, what was that like? Because I'm sure they was trying to keep y'all right where you was at versus being in Beverly Hills.
Well, that's why they had a gang injunction on it. They and it was illegal. They had to stop that. You know, you couldn't come out at a certain time. You had to be in for a certain time. That was a gang injunction. But it was illegal. They had to take that off. Because we was right by money. It ain't just Beverly Hills. We talking about Chevy Hills. We talking about Culver City. We was right by money. We was in the last street of
and you was to get some of it too, huh?
Man, we was getting it, baby. Look here. Fat Rat told a story the other day about how we was hitting a lick in the car. Yeah,
I think Fat Rat, you don't muted yourself.
he did.
You muted yourself. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Yeah, yeah, he was trying to tell a story, man.
Yeah, he was.
Did you ever get busted over there in Beverly Hills?
Yeah, broke my leg in there, man. We snatched a purse or something. Yeah, we used to go over there all the time. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Beverly
Yeah,
Hills had a cool situation. I went to jail in Beverly Hills. They had a TV in the cell, the phone in the cell.
all that. Yeah,
They
yeah,
handed out pencils and paper. I'm like, wow, what kind of jail is this?
yeah. Exactly. But you know, West LA was different though. The West LA, that's where we
How
used to
that
go.
keep
West
happening?
LA police
Can you
station.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. But yeah, it was what happened was we started hustling at a young age. All the little we all started hustling. So it changed how that officer, the main officer in the hood, was dealing with us. So now it was, instead of trying to jump out and throw a ball with us, he's trying to fight like with the homies and stuff. Remember Barbella would give you the head up fade. And on the west
Yeah,
side, that's when it became more of the police, like Furman and all of them people start coming over there. And
yeah,
because we became a real problem, like with how we was getting down on Beverly Hills, we became a real problem.
Did
yeah.
Beverly
Mark
Hills
Furman.
ever
Yeah,
cross their jurisdiction to come over there in you guys' neighborhood to try to, intimidate you?
yeah, yeah. We was under the West LA police station. That's Mark Furman and all them.
Okay. Oh, the guy that lied on OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that he was recorded saying nigga and all that. Yeah, that dude.
Wow. I hadn't heard that name in quite some time. Yeah, he was definitely corrupt. Very corrupt individual. You know.
Yeah, he
He tried,
was.
he tried to fabricate or make the evidence seem more than what it was.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why OJ beat the case. Cause
Uh,
yeah, cause I mean they was doing dirty stuff. I mean they could have convicted him if they would have just stuck to the regular evidence, you know. But they contaminated the DNA and a whole bunch of stuff. They messed that case up.
who were the hand guys in PBG, man, if y'all can name them?
Bagman, Big Insane, Don Juan. You know, we had a lot of them that could fight for sure.
I was average. Let me make a confession.
Okay.
I was average until I got to YA. I was average. I was a pistolero for the hood. I gotta make a confession here, right? I was more of a leaving the earth type dude. If you bother some of the homies,
Yeah,
that was
we
me.
both were. We both were.
Yeah, we was terrible in that way, right? But yeah,
Man, I ain't
I mean, if
proud of
you had
that
to
either.
number them, because I heard it done that way, right? So if you had to put the squabblers in the hood on like in order, it would be number one, Insane, right? I would put Kenny Raymond next to Insane.
Yes, sir.
One Punch, right? Because if you don't really, like we was talking about One Punch, the homie One Punch Man is like he's Jesse's age, and this dude was a black belt when he was like, I think 12 or 13 years old, man.
Yeah. He used to fight in tournaments and all that.
I'm talking about, man, with the full blown fight game, right? And I don't want to put him up against Insane because of the size. See, Kenny Raymond was like what, about 5'5"?
Yeah, he was
5'6"?
short. Yeah.
Insane 6'3", right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I would put them two 1 and 2, man. Don Juan is a monster, man, with the hands, man.
Sir.
And then his brother, Juco, ain't no joke from the hands.
Juco, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be my top 4 though. I wouldn't go no further. Of course, it's Jesse James, I put him at the top of everything for the turf, man. Because I seen Jesse do stuff, man, that was just, you know, half man, half amazing type stuff. Like, let me give you some information on what I'm saying. So when we were younger, there was a time when me and Jesse, we used to do licks. Me and Jesse used to do licks, right? And it ain't nothing in the lick, right? But I used to steal a lot of car stereos, Bill. You know what I mean? I had a hookup where I could get $150, $200 for certain car stereos, right? And in the 70s, that's good money. So that was one of my grinds.
Block Puns and Alpines.
Man, Block Puns, Alpines, man, them Beckers that used to be in the Mercedes.
And the Concords, the Beckers in the Mercedes, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I had a plug with that, right? So we was on a lick one night, and I told homie, I'm like, drive for me because I need to hang out and get this thing out. He said it was a TR7. I thought it was an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it was a red TR7.
So, yeah. So I'm hanging out my Pinto in the car, taking the car stereo out, and then
not the Pinto, man. You was in a Pinto?
Huh?
You was in a Pinto?
Come on, man. I had the first car of all the homies, man.
That dude had a car. He had a car when he was 12 years old, homie.
I was the first homie, other homies who had a car.
Yeah.
You know, I was hustling, but the car was actually that. I had two cars. I had a Capri, a little blue Capri. You remember the little Mercury Capri?
Yeah, the Mercury, yeah.
I had that. Then I got the Pinto because my pops.
Oh yeah, Kenwood too. I forgot about them Kenwoods. They was good too.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't remember Kenwoods back then though.
Yeah,
I never got one. But yeah, so we was in this lick, man, and I'm trying to get the car. And Jesse said, "Kill that, it ain't cool." And I almost got it out. I'm like, "Hold on, man, I got it." And he drove off because I wasn't listening. As soon as we drove off, man, you can't make this up. Beverly Hills police hit the corner out of nowhere, and we driving off, and they're coming towards us. They would have had us. It was several times that we would be in situations like that where the homie just had like an intuition, like he was intuitive about certain things, right? And he would make a call, and it would either be go, it's go time, or stand down. And I'm saying 95% of the time he was on point with that.
That sound like you a little hard-headed.
Yeah, and rebellious. Stiff neck and rebellious.
We both are. We both are.
Yeah.
We both are. I didn't go. You know, Mel. You remember when I fell? I didn't go to the hospital until 2 weeks after that.
Oh, wow.
Found out I broke my ribs.
For real, brother. Who influenced your gripping? The first person you saw, like, wow.
Philip Day.
Philip Day,
man. Like, I couldn't get off the fence, but I grew up on 106 in Wilmington, right? In the heart of Great, man, and I knew all of the original.
For those who don't know, Philip Day is Head Honcho and Baby Honcho, and their brother Crow, rest in peace. Those are
Kenny Crow.
He come from that family.
Yeah, Baby Honcho is Philip Day.
No,
that's Philip Day. No, you got Little Honcho, you got Big Honcho, and then you got Baby Honcho.
Now you got Head Honcho, which is Arthur. Then you got Honcho, which is Wayne. Then you got Little Honcho, which is Philip.
Little Honcho is Philip. Oh, okay. I thought he was Baby Honcho. Yeah.
I don't know who.
I did time with cousin Tracy. Yeah. Yup. Hey, did you know Cisco Fat Rat?
From Great?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Cisco. Light skin dude.
Yeah, Philip, man, he's really into the church thing now, man. Last time I saw him.
Really? Yeah. Last time I seen him, he I went out there on I forgot that street they used to sell that water on. I went out there to get some water.
Which one?
And I was parking and the Bloods cut me off. And so I got out the car and banged on them. I was like, nigga, white boy gangster, nigga, what the hell? And so Philip came out. He was like, Jesse, let that go. He gave me the water free. He was like, man, just go, man, just go. Cause he know once I turn green, it's on.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting that you came from over there and then moved to the west side. So you was already kind of like had some ideas about it already.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it, man. I saw some horrifying incidents, man, growing up and watched, man.
Right on, Black Warrior Spirit, man. Enjoy your day, man. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you.
Was you there when the Watts riot happened?
I lived on 135th and Avalon, and it happened on 116th and Avalon.
Yeah, Martell. Yeah. When the police jumped on Martell. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Big George Foreman.
Man, rest in peace, man. We gonna talk about Big U or not?
It's up to you guys, man. What you think about all that with this Big U stuff?
I think you can't get arrested if you ain't did nothing wrong.
That's a good observation.
Cause people, I had some phone calls from my own homies, and they was talking about me and Fat Rat and podcasts, and we shouldn't be doing that and all that. But I said we ain't doing nothing wrong though.
People have this kind of like I know they mind be set up in a certain way where they really don't fully understand. See, the internet, it can be harmful, but it also can be very, very, very good, because once you learn how to navigate it, there's so many things you can do with it, bro.
Yeah.
Straight answer.
Like me and my wife be having conversation, and we be like, who did this? Who did that? And I'm like, why are we saying? Let me just Google it and get it. You know what I'm saying? We waste the time right now. So yeah, it could be used just like if you wanted to ask a question about the Bible, it's all there. The Quran or whatever you want to ask, it's right there.
Yeah.
So you can use it in a positive way.
So
but then some people use it in a bad way.
What are your thoughts on the Big U situation? Because there were so many people that actually, I'm gonna say this: a lot of what happened was too many people on the internet coercing the situation and just speaking it into existence. That's just from my perspective,
Yeah, but the thing is, can't nobody snitch on you like they're doing right now to him if you have identity things. I don't do anything I can be arrested for. I'll talk about history, but I won't talk about unsolved mysteries. And
right.
Me and this dude right here got some unsolved mysteries. We ain't finna talk about that. We only gonna talk about what we've been arrested for. That's
I tell people all the time, man. I only talk about things that's been adjudicated. In other words, it's already been adjudicated, and it's well vested law. It's already there. It's settled, well settled law. And when you understand that, you know that again, if you're not doing nothing, what are you going to get in trouble? I mean, because according to if you're talking about due process in the First, the Fourth, the Fifth, and Sixth, and Seventh, Eighth Amendments, those things have to do with rights. And your rights, you have a just freedom of speech. You have a right to say things, you know what I mean? But you don't do it in a way that involves violent attacks or assaults on anybody by verbiage, because you can get on the wire and start just talking totally just crazy, right? That
Yeah.
can have
But, I
implications
mean,
because if you say,
a lot of people he was messing with was faulty,
uh-huh,
and it's a lot of things he said on the phone that they're gonna use against him. So, like I said, if you didn't do nothing, they can't arrest you for nothing. So,
I got a whole different take on that Big U
okay, go for
situation.
it.
You want to hear it, Mel?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
you go to kid.
First of all, whenever, like when we have information, right? Let's just say we got to look at ourselves in context. This is just a Crip thing, right? And the Crip car is like a house at this context, in this context, right? And this is what's going on inside of our house. This is our business. It ain't nobody else's business, right? What's going on inside of our house. It used to be that we had a code that ran kind of like that. But
True.
now social media, all of these different things are available to us. So what we do, because we're not wise, we have the information, but we're like a bull in a china shop with the information. We're completely reckless with the information. Because if you're going to go out in the public and talk publicly, right, with information related to Big U or any other person, you have to understand the accountability for the narrative that's going to follow your information, right?
True.
We're speaking things out into public opinion, right? Public opinion turns negative quickly. The negativity in public opinion it becomes a jury pool with preconceived notions and ideas about how to look at and view this person. So if this is one of the homies, Big U, right? A father, came out, been out 21 years. He said it. I'm a father, right? I'm a husband. I'm a businessman. I'm a beacon in my community. I'm helping children get educations, and through my programs, I put X amount of children through college, et cetera, right? That's the narrative that the Crip car should be using about Big U. Of course, he has a legal hurdle that he's going to have to surmount and deal with and fight, right? But what he needs from us, and he cried out for help. What was the cry for? Because we know he's not poverty stricken. When he said, help me, right? We should be wise enough to understand we're going to have to help him in the court of public opinion. And anything we have to say of negativity, like if I said, yeah, man, you shouldn't do nothing wrong, because what do I know about what you did wrong? These are allegations. These are allegations that are coming from a government that has a history of lying, especially on the black man. So we take that and we qualify that as factual because the white man put it on a piece of paper. So you could just put that like how we handle stuff. So you might as well take that to be Jesus wrote it, right? Because the white man wrote it and we still got that psychological barrier we haven't broken through to understand he's not supreme. He's not superior. You're not inferior, right? You do have the right to assert yourself, right? But when you do that, do it with a level or degree of intelligence that you use to control the narrative of what's going on inside of our house, specifically the Crips. Like, why would I don't care. And the 60s got a lot of enemies, right? But remember, all of the things that Big U accomplished, he could have disassociated to accomplish those things. He could have went and just said, I'm Eugene Haley Jr., and I'm not a part of this or that. And they would have had to delve into his history to find these things out. He didn't do that. He directly associated his status as
a contributor to our
kind of
community.
like what Tookie did when Tookie was
Yeah.
writing children's books and giving agendas and strategies to go and help do gang intervention and youth crisis management and all of these things. And he wanted his custody level to be considered. So he went to the board, and the board told him, you have to debrief.
Yeah,
What
well,
does it mean to be free?
Brad, we find what God intended us to be a tad bit late. You know what I mean? Because we all have a purpose and a meaning, and sometimes we separate the two, and we don't know how to bridge the gap, and bring that together. But because we out here searching for the world for things that already are inside of us. See, because watch this. In one single drop of sperm, that's for over 40 to 50 million live living organisms, right? And out of those 40 to 50, within a 72-hour, all of them are trying to become life. But only one becomes life because you're the stronger of that DNA, right? So within a 72-hour, maybe 1,500 make it to the adult wall, but only one will penetrate an egg and become life.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, you came into this life winning. But what happened is through miseducation and the indoctrination, you got subjected to things that was not godly, that didn't come from God. In other words, it was a construct. A lot of the things that we follow here in Western cultural society are constructs created by man itself. So religion has become a business. It's a business of selling God.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not careful, and I'm not saying all religions, and I'm not saying all pastors, all imams, or bishops, or whatever, but there's a percentage of individuals that just, for whatever reason, they love to be in the prosperity part of it. And sometimes that's when all the manipulation and all the things, because you got people that really believe that they can go kill somebody and go pray about it and it's going to be good.
Yeah. Spookism.
Yeah.
The number one enemy to black psychology.
I don't do spooky. I don't do spooky, kabuki theater, or things that go bumping in my goblins. I don't do that. I don't get into spooky.
Cause and effect, man. Cause and effect.
Cause and effect, brother. Yeah. Cause and effect, man. And we just have to become more mindful and become a student of training our minds to be more and being what God intended to be versus following the constructs of Western culture society. It's like this. Put it this way. It is a psychological vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement that has three ends: underestimate, undervalue, and marginalize.
Yes, sir.
And their rise is culture conditioning at the end of the day. It's culture conditioning.
But what's the common denominator? Right. I mean, who is God? God is love. We don't love each other. That's the problem.
But why we don't love each other, Jesse? Why do you think that?
Because we've been mind screwed by a whole different culture of white people. They messed up our culture, bro. Some of us love some of us, but all of us don't love all of us. Africans don't even like us.
Well, that's because, just put it this way too. When you see an African, no matter how dark or how light in, there's something about them that they're not you.
Yeah.
Football. Yeah. I can see one of them, and I know I can see you and Jesse, and I can see one of them, and immediately I know the difference. Yeah. They don't have to talk to anything. It's just they have a behavior, they have a certain movement and different things that are different from what some people call foundation in black, or we really don't. And that's another thing we got to get is our identity, man.
We got to get our identity.
In Hebrew,
but here's the thing.
We more Science Temple, we Christians, we Crips, we Bloods, we all these different things.
Why does Fat Rat keep disappearing? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he probably got a call. He probably got a call.
Look, man.
No. That was you touching the button. But
so
can I interject?
I'm really like, I feel bad for Big U. You know what I mean? Because I saw all these people. Because let me share this with you guys, and I'm gonna share this. I meant to share it the other day, but there's a girl. Her name is SKG, right?
Mm-hmm.
She claimed that Big U did all these things to her, and
That's a girl that's gonna testify against her. Yeah.
and treated her wrong, and when she was pregnant, right? But my thing is, when you got away, why you didn't call the police?
Yeah. Yes,
And
sir.
all these things happen to you, and then what she failed to realize, I was on a phone call with a couple of brothers out of the music industry, and they said, "Man, we need you to come in. You got a balanced mind, and you outside of this circle. We want you to hear what's being said, so you can give us a what's up, Tank? What's up, Big Tank? Big Tank in the house. Tank recruited from Great.
Man, Big Tank, that's the homie.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's my boy, man. Tell him we seen our love, man. Tell him we send our love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would happen, right? She was part of what was called a Diamond Collective. It was a collection of girls that was forming this rap group, and she was in business with Day One, a brother named Derek, and some more people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same behavior I saw her doing with Big U, I saw her do it with Day One before Big U. Before I even knew she knew Big U or got into it, I saw her do the same thing. I'm talking the crying, the accusing, the pointing fingers, and saying that all these different things. He was a misogynist, and he assaulted me, and then when I found out she wrote a book and she put all this stuff into that book. And she ain't never, I don't know if she ever went and got therapy or nothing. But what I'm saying, guys, it's a repudiation of what I already saw her do with Day One with Big U. I mean, the exact same behavior, bro. And I'm not. Go ahead.
See what you're saying right there. So that should become the narrative, a counter response to what she alleges in public opinion. That's the talking point. Like when we talk about, so then we get everybody on this. So we got in the Crip thing, right? There's a page we need to be on in response to stuff like that. Once we qualify Big U as deserving of our attention and time, our energy, our assistance, right? In the car, right? It's okay for us to call each other and say, man, the agenda is going to be this, the agenda is going to be that. We're going to talk about this. And when we talk about it, when they say that, we're going to shout that down. And in the very face of it, we're going to unpack and highlight the fact that this girl is a serial operation. This is a serial operation for this girl. She's been doing this.
JC, I treat hearsay just like the court treated. It's inadmissible.
Inadmissible.
Somebody sent a message. Let me answer this question right here.
Go ahead, answer.
It says, does hearsay not apply anymore? It never did. You can't just say something and convict somebody on something. Or you can't blame somebody on something and you don't have no proof. It never
because
did.
It's feelings. 9 chances out of 10, Jesse, is feelings.
Come on, man. I could not like you and say some stuff about you, and that shouldn't be believed. That's hearsay. The DA won't even pick that case up because it's not. You can't convict nobody on just circumstantial evidence. You gotta have some proof, man.
So when the Me Too movement came about, and we saw everything that happened with Bill Cosby and all these women, it really at this point it really becomes a money grab, bro.
Don't forget R. Kelly
this country is about money, and it's about as much as you can get and all that. And I'm not saying this is all there's some good sisters out there and some good white women, and all women, right? But there's some women out there that's probably been in abusive situations, right? And they never got therapy. So anytime they get into a little situation is going to get confrontational because they never been treated. They never had. They never had to unpack all that baggage they've been carrying around this whole time. So anytime they get into a situation, it's going to continue to repeat itself. It's the same. I'm telling you guys, it was the same behavior. When I saw her do that video, the same behavior.
But again, everything we talking about right now is hearsay.
Yes.
It's nothing. We don't have a basis to confirm anything that we're talking about right now.
Come on, man.
So the only thing in a redirect is to say, listen, man, what we gotta do, right, is shape the narrative. We gotta deal with public opinion to make sure when you talking about Big U, talk about developing options. Right? I don't want to talk about, I don't know his court case. Like, that's his personal battle, and that's going to play out the way it's going to play out. And whether he's right or wrong, it don't matter at this point, right? When you attack the homie, it don't matter what you think he did, right? We are in solidarity in his defense. So we come on the yard and we put aside our street issues, right? Like we do. And when you go and you try to attack a homie and you're an outside faction, right? We deal with you accordingly. And that's it.
So watch this too, right? And you've probably seen this before. There's some attorneys, right? The reason why certain attorneys cost so much money is because they are very, very good and suave at what they do. They can go into a courtroom in front of a jury, and I don't care how guilty you are, and make them believe that you are not guilty. It's about who can tell the best lie and be convincing in the lie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me answer this question. If somebody asks another. Oh, okay. No offense, homie, but at the same time, I'm just trying to straighten you out. Hearsay ain't never been that ain't never been cool. That's all. I ain't never been.
You're right, Taco. We are all we got, and we need to, and that's part of our problem because we don't operate as a collective. You know,
what Taco is that?
We bond under trauma.
What Taco is that?
Let somebody get killed and watch how quickly we bond. But that's trauma. Why can't we bond?
What taco is that?
What about living peace?
What taco is that?
Oh, that's a taco from out of state.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a taco from Gray Street.
No, but you on, Mel. Listen, man. Now we're talking about the value of the platform, right?
Uh-huh.
This is right. We do have a semblance of control over again, I like to beat the drum because people don't typically listen to what we're saying. They don't catch the critical point in what we're saying. So
right.
But like a drum, it'll resonate later. If you don't catch it now, catch it later, man. When somebody
they're gonna feel it
about Big U, right? And they start going into the negative details of his case, let them know that you being an enemy to him when you do that. Because that goes into the court of opinion as a negative. That's how it equates, right? So we got to be sharp enough to shut it down. Like, hey, man, I don't know about all that, but I know he had a program called Developing Options. And if you want, I could bring it up and show you some of the success rates that he experienced while he was running this, intervention program and getting children, off the streets and in safe environments and getting them educated, and teaching them unity.
That's Big Taco from Arizona. Jesse
yeah.
But that's just where I'm at with that, man. I don't want to. I can do that.
No, you wrapped it up good, homie. Much love. You wrapped it up good. We got the point.
We gave it what we could, and everybody could tell by the way how passionate, because it comes down to this righteous indignation. Being that we all three feel the way we feel about it. You know what I mean? Because we know. See, I actually know that brother. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
know him. You know what I mean? I don't. So
Yeah.
whatever anybody
Yeah.
else is saying, I've never seen it. I just maybe you.
Right.
I don't know. I've never seen that. You know, I've seen
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah. Yeah,
Y'all heard Baby Trans last
and
night.
knowing is that, man. Knowing is that, man. Like, you know, I was just talking to somebody. I think I was talking to Baby Nose today.
Baby,
Man, I
no,
was talking about,
right now.
yeah, I was talking about Fat Ray. I was like, man, y'all don't know, man. Me and this dude been knowing each other for 50 years, man.
What's going on, Lisa Elam? Say amen.
We've been cooking some knowledge, man. It's been some knowledge kick today. Hi, Lisa.
Any relation to Ronnie Elam?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lisa, you kin to Ronnie? I know he got a sister named Tony.
Flojo boyfriend. You know that, huh? Yes. Don't tell me what the girl can't do, man. Stop that.
Man, Flojo was a bad girl, boy.
Come on, man. Hey, you was talking about the other day, man. I gotta ask you something.
Okay.
Because I heard you talk about Boulevard.
My homie
Boulevard Ron.
Yeah, Boulevard Ron from Compton. He did 25 years in San Quentin.
But he ended up in Soledad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we had an episode. I'll tell you about that offline.
Okay.
It's related to Boulevard. This is a good one too. It's related to Boulevard. It's a lot of homies too, but that day, it was a day in Soledad, right? We had an incident and it divided the Crip car. It was really that serious, right?
Wow.
Billy was in it. Rebo was in it.
Big Rebo?
Man, Big Reed was in there. You know, Big Reed was like, hey, man, shout out to Big Reed, man. Rest in peace, man.
Man, shout out to Big Rebo, man.
Like that, homie. I got Rebo stories too. But this story is Boulevard. It's more homies. I'm sliding on it. Rebo and Crazy Coop from 60s.
Yeah, Crazy Coop.
Yeah. Man, Boulevard is my loved one. You know what I mean?
Boulevard know me. We know each other.
Somebody that's dear and close to me. We talk often.
Yeah, we heard of when he got home. We heard the story when he went to the feds or something. It was a big old story.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
okay.
he's doing well. He's doing really good. You know, running his own thing.
Yeah. Send him my love, man.
Will do, man. Will do.
Yeah.
And man, people talk about Tracy, but Soledad, they say Tracy was gladiator school, but Soledad was too.
Oh man, listen, man.
That people don't talk about Soledad.
Listen, man. Hey, I saw Big Rebo check a whole car. You hear me?
Oh, she said, no, I'm Lola Bunny. She said she Lola Bunny.
Oh, Lola.
Oh, Lola. Oh, that's a homegirl from Florida. She's about to get married in October.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen Big Reed, man, check a whole car, homie.
Man, Big Reed was no joke, man.
Hey, man, come on, man.
You know what I said last time.
You gotta give. Hey, Black Dog was somebody too. Black Dog from 111
Black
Rest
Dog.
in Peace was the one with
the
yeah,
Black Dog. Yeah, Black Dog.
Yeah, Black Dog was a straight. Hey, Black Dog was a menace, right? But he had a sense of humor. He was one of them homies, right? He was relatable. Sometimes the homies get to a point like Devil, like Venable, man. He's not relatable.
Oh yeah, that's not even started on that crazy ass beat.
Yeah, he was there too, but he stayed in O-Wing. He stayed in the hole. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we had a whole incident.
Okay,
man.
Lisa, we got you. You got you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Lisa.
Love you, sweetie. Love you, sweetie. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Double dribble, what's happening? Big Rebo, man. I went to 9500 one time. It was 80s, 90s, somewhere in there, 80s. When I get there, when I come to the door, first person I see is Big Rebo. Big Rebo standing there bigger than, he bigger than life.
King Kong.
Yeah, he got the whole section cordoned off to where, you know, like we had war. It's already war going, because when I enter, I'm like, man, what's going on up in here? And I see Big Rebo. Once I see Big Rebo, I say, oh, it's going down.
Yeah.
Big Rebo.
Let me answer this message.
Okay.
Yeah, Lala, soak up this knowledge. This your homeboy Fat Rat, so I want you to get to know him too, for sure. Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, so Big Rebo, you know, he was, you know, he run everything like a military.
You remember what I said? He was like the perfect Crip.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I trip off of, man? Do people realize, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Mel, because I wasn't there. I just got to report on the history, right? Remember in the formation of 4800, right? It was because that incident happened in the chow hall where one of the homies busted police in the back of the head with the water pitcher, right?
I remember the most silver water pitchers.
Them big ass pitchers was full of water, and one of the homies clocked the police in the back of the head with it, and the police ran out, and they, like you say, they locked the door, right? So look, the negotiation between it was a phone in the kitchen, in the kitchen at that time, and they called in the phone, and the negotiator for the Crips was Rebo.
Could have been.
Wow.
Been with the story, but I'm not surprised because Rebo was always that type of guy, man. He gonna stand at the front of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless him, man, for all the good he did, man.
Yeah.
He represents.
Yeah, God bless his
like
family.
What we talking about with the
Rebo say,
situation.
man, I start cripping, and man, I've been cripping ever since.
Yeah. Hard than a mother, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he meant that. He meant that, you know.
He meant that. Yeah,
That's
he meant
part,
that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the part, man.
No say he was with Black Dog in '94 at CMC.
With who?
What nose? My nose?
Baby Nose.
Oh, Baby Nose.
Yeah, he was with Baby Nose. Yeah. Yeah, me and Baby Nose talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, see, this was in 86, 87 Solid Day. Black Dog, the Iron, the Crip workout team was ran by Black Dog. And listen, shout out to Big Hawk, man. The homie Big Hawk from Block, right?
Yeah, 111.
Yeah. Block, he from like what, 10, what block is he? 107? What block
106, 106, 106. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was from 111. Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, if you don't know Hawk, right? Hawk is a gentle giant. Like, he's real humble in his delivery, right? Man, Hawk is the one who showed. I got a page, and I ain't gonna plug it without you telling me it's okay. But so me and Hawk used to be on the Iron Pile.
Plug your page.
Fat Rat Evolve YouTube. Fat Rat, one word. Fat Rat Evolve, and then that's the second word. So we on the Iron Pile in the Black Dog workout crew, and Black Dog would always floss about a new muscle that popped up when he was working out yesterday. Yes. Listen, man, you got to deal with this, right? This is the egomania of the Crip, right? Black Dog he's clowning. He's like, you see this muscle right here? You see that? This just popped up yesterday. You know what I mean? So me and Hawk would always be on arm day. Me and Hawk would be head to head on the bench. You know how they got the flat bench.
Yeah, then you pass it back. Yeah.
We would do that back to, and he would burn me out, homie. With 4 quarters, Hawk would burn me out. Like, I can't do no more, Hawk. He's like, come on, cuz, get 2 more. Get 2 more. Get 1 more. You know that pussy. You know what I mean? Then after that, we drink the coffee and bill, man. Beautiful brother, man. I pray, man, that he overcomes whatever his health barriers or hurdles are, man. You know? Keep that brother in prayer, man. Them beautiful crib dudes, man.
So Hopper from 107 Underground.
He been feeling not too good lately, man.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
107 Underground?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, with Lil Man and Foots and Nip and all them. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I thought you from 111 though.
No, that's up there with O'Neal Brown started 111.
That's a Ravo and Archie Crump and all them. Yeah.
Hey, but
Bill, do me a favor, man.
Go ahead.
Do me a favor, man, please. Because Rebo knew my uncle. My uncle's name is Marshall Theus. Rest in peace now. But his name is Marshall Theus. He ran with Tookie and Raymond. He was a monster, right? Like he was kind of like built just like Rebo, right?
107 block. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So his name is Marshall Theus. And with the historians, man, I'm trying to track down because he lived on 97 off of 97th and Grandy. Kind of over there where Compton Avenue and Watts Playground was. I need to find out what set that was that he was from as an original Crip and what his name was in the Crips, because I don't know if it was just Marshall Theus.
No, I want Marshall Theus.
I just need help with that. I need somebody to give me that history. Rebo knew it, but he didn't tell me the name. He was like, I remember Marshall.
Yeah, I can't say if I knew Marshall.
Well, one of us will find out though, for sure. Yeah, I gotta call Tretch, man. You know, I talked to Tretch for 2 hours yesterday, so he probably know.
Tretch on death row?
Yeah. No, he ain't on death row no more. They let all them off. Evil, they let everybody off.
Okay.
Lil P, they let everybody off. Tretch is in Corcoran. And I think Evil's in Lancaster or something like that. Yeah, they let them off of death row. Ain't no more death row in California.
Well, shucks, fellas, plug your channels, man. So I'm about to get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Well, they can find coming, man. This is a game plan for us, man, because we got some kickback from some of the homies who don't really understand the impact of social media and our ability to document our history so that nobody else distorts it, right? Mm-hmm. And then following up, we want to do interventions. Once we lay the foundation and teach on our history and articulate our struggle and things of that nature, we want to say that through that, we can teach you how to intervene in your own affairs. We can help you with that, right? Right. That's like what you do, man. It's like we're trying to reach out and be helpers, right? In a righteous cause, man, and say it's not a contradiction to be a Crip and a good brother at the same time.
No, it's not.
It's not a contradiction, but the way if we continue to allow social media and public opinion to shape the narrative of what a Crip is, then we fall by the wayside, right?
Right.
To misinformation. So that's what my part is. I'm stepping up to try to do that part, man. I'm Fat Rat, original Westside Playboy Gangster, but my page, Fat Rat, evolved because I have to, in doing what I'm doing, I have to show my evolution.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What about you, Jesse? Hey, man, we can come on here and talk and chop it up as much as we need to. You guys,
man, it's like a never-ending conversation with us, man. It's like it's just so much to talk about. But at the same time, I'm gonna tag on what Fat Rat said. You know, we trying to make a difference. We went through what they're trying to go through.
Right.
So who better to tell them not to go through it? Because they're gonna listen to us. I mean, you know, dudes be out here, you know, sagging and doing what they is, but you got some 187, you can't say that. we know. We know. So why would you not listen to somebody that went through something? Why would I not listen to Michael Jordan if he was trying to tell me how to dribble? Why would I not listen to Kobe Bryant when I know they know what they're talking about? So we just trying to uplift our people, man.
I
That's
want
all.
y'all to listen to this before we go. Before we go, right? Here we go.
Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. Babalu, I got a quick question. What are most of these hood comprised of when you look at them in totality?
Man, for everybody who's listening, please don't forget this. In all gangs, don't matter where you from, all right? There's always going to be a short few that lead everybody, give them strength. But remember this, baby. Gang members and gang banging, it consists of 25% serious motherfuckers that's really doing it, and 75% cheerleaders. Which one are you?
Lock the door.
Lock the door.
Lock the door.
Wow. That was deep.
It's Baba Louie right there.
Oh, shit.
Rest in peace, man.
Man, rest in peace and King Baba Louie, man. Paru, man. He's one of the generals over there.
Yeah. I heard of Baba Louie.
But anyway, fellas, I appreciate when you want to do it again, just hit me up. Let me know. We can get in there. Brad, Jesse,
one number of love right there.
Okay.
This one number of love right there.
Okay. I love, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right,
All right, bro.
That's it.
All right, bro.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mel, your Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell on your way out. Like, subscribe, and share. But like I say, don't mind me. Just watch it. Church moving. Go ahead and do it.
Scotty Finders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Scotty Finders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking. And I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Reach for the low.
Lock the door, because we are gone.